What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler coming to you live from the inside of my office. Today it's Monday, right? I usually go live between the hours of like 1 and 3 o'clock Central. Anyways, welcome to my channel. I'm the Bonafide Hustler. On a part-time basis, I buy and resell things, make money on things that I find from garage sales, estate sales, yard sales, flea markets, pawn shops, swap meets, big box stores, and thrift stores. And I put this stuff on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, my antique booth, and other consignment avenues in town. So I'm one of the owners of the greenroomuniversity.com. Go check it out. It's the second link down below. But in today's video, I'm going to show you something that someone sold me, for 10 bucks, but that's not it, right? I'm also going to show you basically a piece of the haul that I did last weekend when I was at garage sales for 3 hours last Saturday. So you're in for quite a treat, and of course, to keep you guys here, till the end, it'll be probably the last item that we talk about. But this shouldn't be a terribly long video or anything like that. And if you have questions about anything, or if you really want to up your eBay game, then definitely, ask them as comments, or, if you're sitting here live watching this show and you're lucky enough to catch it live, you can ask it in the feed. And if my eyes are fast enough, I could probably, see it, maybe answer it here live. But anyways, thanks for joining my show. Yes, and if you're wondering, dude, Bonafide's hair, where'd it go? Well, I'm kind of learning how to like man bun / ponytail it. I don't know, whatever. It just is out of the way and it feels so much better. So I've never had long hair in my life, and I like it, but yeah, it definitely gets in the way sometimes. Let's get into the actual finds from the weekend. Okay, so I'm going to show you something that's interesting. Okay, so here we have a Nerf gun. Okay, this was $5 at a garage sale. Asking price was $7. Of course, anytime you're at a garage sale, you really want to try hard as much as possible to negotiate. Even small things like $7 to $5. Like, okay, like do I really need $2 that much? I look at things in, like coffee sometimes. Like, the average coffee out there is like $2.11. I know this because I go to Starbucks almost every morning, and I do work there, right? And I know that a coffee is $2.11. So if I can like sit there and negotiate $2 here, $5 there, $10 on this, or $20 on something else, that's a lot of coffee, right? And if you drive something like a Prius, for example, did you know you can fill up a tank of gas on a Prius for like anywhere between like, I don't know, $13 or $16? You gotta start thinking of money in terms of things that pertain to you. Now, I don't have the Prius anymore, but I look at things as coffee or gallons of gas, and it makes it kind of fun to go ahead and negotiate and see if you can really get that back. So anyways, this is a Nerf gun. I'm not saying to buy every Nerf gun out there, because I only focus on two, honestly, when I go to garage sales. One is called a Vulcan, which looks like it's a belt-fed gun with a tripod, and it has a handle on top, and uses, I think, 5D batteries. Now that one's really good. You definitely want to try to move that one on a local avenue. If you have 3 or 4 things intact: 1, the ammo box; 2, the ammo belt; 3, the tripod; and 4, the actual gun itself. So you're going to need those 4 things to make the Vulcan. I think it's an EDF 25 or something like that. But you want to definitely look out for that gun. Okay, so that one's really awesome. On eBay, it brings between like 60 and like $100, right? But this gun right here is another one that I look for, and this is called a Long Strike CS6. Here we go. We have the sniper rifle attachment. So this is like the key of the puzzle right here. So if you didn't know that the barrel can actually like be put together, hold on, let's see if I can assemble this bad boy. Sorry, this way. Took it apart, now I got to put it back together. Kind of sucks, but anyway, it's something like that. Anyway, I know that's the top of the gun. Now I am like confused. No, it's gonna happen on this video. I literally just took it apart. Maybe it's because it was this way. It's good to see you guys, though. I mean, I just took it apart for the video. What is going on? Get out of town. See, it's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be the other way. So it goes like that. I'm gonna get this done on video right now. I gotta line this crap up. I swear there's something in the way. Maybe there's a bullet in there. Who cares? Okay, so this basically goes to here. Well, actually, I think I did it the right way. Oh, it is the right way. Okay, cool. It looked totally different because the rail, I thought the larger rail was supposed to go on top. But this is definitely the top part, because here's the sight. Sorry. But anyways, this is a Long Strike CS6 with the sniper. It's called the sniper gun. It is missing one thing, the scope right here. And yeah, basically when you get a Nerf gun, you're going to want to test it. You're going to pull back these little pieces like this, slide them forward, click the trigger. If there's any darts, that's great. They should come flying out. But if not, you can hear the air go, and the air went through. Also, you want to check that the actual clip can go off. So you're going to click it into the open position, like right here. It's going to hold. And there's a little trigger right here that you can pull back and you can get the clip out. Now that's on some of the guns, but things like the Vulcan EDF and all that kind of stuff have a different mechanism, but it's kind of the same thing. And this gun right here goes for about 45 plus in this condition without the without the scope on top. So, you know, something to look for. I'm not saying buy any Nerf guns. I'm not saying that. I'm saying buy the Long Strike CS6 and definitely look into buying the EDF 25 Vulcan, because those are really good ones that you want to be selling on eBay. And a lot of them do really well locally as well. Okay, so let's talk about the next find. I thought this was a pretty solid thing. I had a really good day, honestly. Like my brother and I went garage selling. So one of these games is going to be played by me. Like I want to play this at home. This was like a $3 game, nothing crazy, but it is definitely one of the more, I call them nerd games. They're typically made by companies like Buffalo, Mendocino, Rio Grande, you know, things like that. So here's a Mendocino game company game called Pirateer. And this one right here is about a $45 to about $50 game in perfect condition. So here's Pirateer right here. I paid $3 for it. This one is going to go on eBay right there, right? A little nerd game. You might be thinking like, what the hell makes a nerd game a nerd game? Well, a nerd game to me is a game that it requires a lot of strategy, a lot of thought. And a lot of times those are considered to be Mensa or high, or the accolades for the game are given by Mensa or a high IQ society kind of place. And they're pretty basic games, you know. They look like a, you know, a standard, maybe like a Chutes and Ladders or something like that, but they have a lot more mathematics and looking ahead kind of strategy to really win. So here's what a board game kind of looks like. That's a little nerd game that I call it. It's real simple. I mean, we have simple pieces, a manual. It's not like it's terribly intricate, but some of them can be, right? So, and then some of them have expansion packs, different editions. So, you know, just something to look forward to when you're at a garage sale. A lot of times what I've noticed is that the nerd games will be made of boxes that are substantial, much more substantial than like your normal Operation or Monopoly or something like that. They're heavier sometimes, and some will have a ton of pieces. Some will just have a ton of pieces, you know, all kinds of crazy gameplay kind of stuff, and the games might last, you know, 1 to 2 hours on some of them, but an average kind of game time or play time is about 30 minutes on a lot of the ones that I've seen. But there are some that can go higher than that, though. But they're called strategic or strategy-based games typically. This is totally different than like Grand Theft Auto 5 and PS Pros and, you know, all that kind of stuff, Nintendo, this and that. No, these are actual games that require people to actually talk to each other and enjoy, you know, being around each other. So anyways, yeah, good to see you guys. Okay, let's talk about the next item that I found. I thought this was pretty good. This is going to be, so my brother has the other piece of this entire haul. And while we were at a garage sale, I'll tell you what I was looking at. And then my brother was looking at this other box. And what he found in the box was like completely amazing. But what I was looking at was this thing right here, right? This was close to the garage of a garage sale, and I picked this guy up right here for $5. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr. With a controller. It's a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Power cart or drift cart with a controller. It's using a normal battery. There's nothing crazy about this except that it provides a pretty good setup for somebody that maybe wants to, you know, work on this and make it much faster than it already is. Anyways, it has basically a figurine here that's just chilling. He had dust all over him. You put a 9-volt battery in here, a 7.2-volt battery in this thing, and it goes okay fast. It's nothing crazy. But this one with the controller, I'm hoping to actually sell it for around 90 to about 110. So something to look after when you see RC out there. This is a consumer grade RC car or cart. I typically do not mess with RC, consumer grade RC things unless they're really weird, like a radio controlled surfer or a radio controlled jet ski dude or a radio controlled cart guy, right? I'll mess with that, or I'll mess with the ones that are gigantic and I pull the bodies off of them and I list them as crawler bodies, which if you've watched many of my previous videos, I talk about crawler bodies all the time and how you can make money on them. But if you want to learn about crawler bodies in a gist, just search it on eBay, sold, completed auctions, or completed buy it nows. Check out the solds on crawler body RC. All right, and then you'll understand kind of what to look for. All right, so that's that. But while I was looking at that, my brother was at this random box at the front of the garage sale, and he was looking at something that we bought for 40 bucks. Okay, so he walked with, let me show you what I walked with, and then I'll tell you what he walked with. So this is pretty cool, actually. And since he found it, I gave him a little bit more of the deal, right, than I got. Let me see if I got the rest of it here. Okay, so I found a bunch of SNES stuff, like a bunch. So there was a bunch of games there. We left a lot of the sports games behind because the deal, I think, with the sports games was like 80 bucks. And I was like, wait a minute, what about a deal without the sports games, but the SNES console, controllers, this totally different kind of turbo pad looking thing, a game Genie, right? And then various games, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lot up these right here on eBay. Don't know what I'm gonna get for them though, right? But my first inclination is to list them between 30 and 70 bucks. There is a poster in this one that's pretty cool. It's really small, but it's in like mint condition. This one is in the, it's in the box, but it's not new in the box. That one's sitting in there with the insert, with everything with it. But this might bring back memories for you guys that played this back in the day, right? Because I mean, it's really rare to find the SNES boxes, and the SNES was a 16-bit system, and the boxes were a little bit more elongated and fatter. But the Nintendo 8-bit ones are really, 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 really hard to find. But these are equally, I mean, to me, these are really hard to find as well. So, and then I think it's really hard to find an N64 one in the box. So when I find a box of anything, like, I'm going to go after it. I did leave one of the boxes behind. It was like some auto sports racing game. I was like, nah, like sports games, like we don't really mess with too much. But we have, Wrestling Raw right here, WrestleMania, the arcade game, and then we have Royal Rumble, which clearly is the best one out of all of them. So anyways, I thought this was pretty good. This is part of what I walked with. There is a insert right here, or a booklet to the WrestleMania arcade game one, which I've never played before. I've never played the Raw one before, but I know about this one. I think we all know about this one. This one was awesome. Okay, so what else we got going on here? Yeah, so that was, we spent, is it 40 or 50? I can't remember. All I know is I paid 20 bucks. So I got that for 20 bucks, and I also got this for 20 bucks. And I thought this was pretty good because this will sell for about 45 to about 60 all day on eBay. We have the SNES game Genie with the booklet, which is in great condition. So there's the game Genie. Booklet's perfect, no weird creases or anything like that. And the game Genie's chilling here. We have no peel or sticker fade or anything like that. It's nice, and you can see the sheen and the reflection of the light on there. So that's in great condition. Same with the book. You can see the reflection, no pen marks or anything like that. So 45 to 60, I think I can get on that. Not too bad, right? Okay, so, we proceeded further down the road, and let me show you what I found at this one. Kind of like, it's odd because it was a really big sale at a school parking lot. And there were a bunch of tables everywhere. And I was like, man, this has got to be picked over by all the pickers in the morning, because I live in Austin, Texas, and there are a fair amount of people that garage sale that I see on a constant basis. Some of them are in the green room and some of them are not. But I know you kind of understand who competition is when you go enough times out to garage sales and thrift stores. So I was surprised that someone left this behind for 10 bucks, honestly. But this is a pretty good score. This could be the better score, and maybe I should have clickbaited the video with this one, but this was a $10 score, and it's pretty good, right? So the lady sold me this for 10 bucks. Now, who can tell me why this is so good? Can you tell right now? Can you tell? I see a bunch of good people in the crowd here. We got Texas Gal Treasures. We have Aaron Kluge. We have Rockstar Flipper in there somewhere. Deb. Oh, we have tons of people in here. Yeah, so this is a Toomey bag, right? And this is a little bit more older school Toomey with a nice supple leather. Super awesome. All the zippers work. There are no tears or rips or anything like that. Smells good too. The handle is not rotted away. And you can kind of tell that, it's been used, but it's not been abused, right? So I would love to say that this is going to make it in my bag guide, but it's not, because almost, let me think, 99% of the bags that are in the bag guide are sold bags, right? With my best leather selling bag is sitting in there. Actually, it is sitting in there. Actually, I put it in there. Yeah, my best leather sold bag is sitting in there. And when you guys see it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, no way. So what do I expect to get for this? That's, you know, people might be asking, 10 bucks for that? That's crazy, right? So yeah, it does have the metal plate inside and the serial number and everything. So the lady's like, yeah, you know, if you buy that, you can have the things that are under it. So I was like, the things that are under it, cool. All right, we have a leather Toomey document holder, which is pretty cool, right? So if you ever want to, you know, tout yourself to some prospective employer, you're gonna need a Toomey document holder to do that. Oh, wait a minute, maybe you have a lot of documents and you need like a 3-ring binder kind of thing. Maybe you're kind of stuck in your Trapper Keeper days and you're like, man, if I could just have a Toomey 3-ring binder thing, you know, with the little 3 rings in the middle, I got you covered, fam. Check it out. They put that in the deal too. And that's a Toomey one as well. So for 10 bucks, I think I got ripped off. I don't know. But see, this is the predicament that I'm in. It's because I've found Toomey things before. I've found Toomey bags before, but they've typically been one thing. Now I have 3 things that are almost alike, like in a way, like one's a briefcase, one's, you know, a document holder, and then one's a 3-ring binder kind of thing holder. It's really weird. So the question becomes, do I lot them up or do I sell them individually? Do I deal with one person or do I take the feedback from, you know, 3 other people that could go sour? Who knows, you know? I don't ever get returns, like hardly ever, but that's kind of how you have to think about it too. So they're all in really good condition. I mean, yeah, I thought that was pretty good. Bundle for 180 is Joe Molina. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good one. Thought it was pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, you have to pull the trigger on signs like, I mean, on things like this. And I was thinking bundle it as well. So yeah, so there we go. That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty good. All right, and so for the final thing, actually not the final thing, there was an REI Garage Sale last weekend. I don't know if you guys knew about it, but if you follow REI on Facebook and you're a part of their email list, or if you're one of their dividend member kind of guys, then they send you all kinds of, you know, heads up that there's going to be a garage sale. And so we pulled up to the garage sale an hour after it opened, and REI Garage Sale typically spans throughout the store or the entire length of the outside of the store. So at REI Garage Sale, you can find plenty of amazing outdoor goods and outdoor sports related stuff, but not team sports related stuff. So no football stuff, baseball stuff, tennis stuff, none of that stuff. But you're going to find kayaking gear, hiking gear, mountaineering gear, snowboard bindings, freaking kayak, Thule adapters for your, you know, all kinds of things. Anything that's like outdoorsy, like it'll be at the REI Garage Sale at a massive discount. So anyways, what did I pop the trigger on? Because they were taxing pretty high on a lot of their items, but I managed to find 2 pairs of this shoe. This shoe is about $109 to about $129 new, and this is a 510. A 510. What is it called? Not a Fremont. What is this thing called? Sorry, it's called something. It's got a weird name to it. Anyways, so a 510 mountain biking shoe with a stealth compound rubber, the C4 rubber on the bottom, and has the BOA lacing system, right? Which is pretty awesome. So if you don't know about BOA lacing, anytime that you see this on a golf shoe or a snowboard binding or a mountain biking shoe, this is basically the pinnacle of the top. Yeah, it's basically a quick lacing system. So you pop it out to loosen and you pop it in and you rotate to make it tighter. So I can pop it out and then now this is loose. See the wires? These are actually wires, they're not string. And then if I want to tighten it, I would push it down, you hear the click, and then you basically just start rotating it. And you can see, watch the wires, see? And now the shoe has been tightened. So yeah, these right here, I bought these for 40 bucks. I believe I can sell them for about 100, no problem, thus yielding me right around 45 bucks in profits. I'll be sticking them in a USPS shoebox, right, priority shoebox. I have 2 pairs of these. The other pair is a little bit less mint. This is actually mint, like super mint, right? I mean, we can all agree that it might not have been used at all. So this shoe probably closer to 100, the other one probably closer to like 90, but I got it for 30. So those are the only 2 things I bought from the garage sale. And yeah, they're in really good condition. Okay, so let's talk about the last find, which is a lady sold this to me for 10 bucks. Now just remind yourself that these are the things that I picked up from garage sale day on Saturday. My brother found some really cool things as well. Of course, he got a Super Nintendo, like games, and bunch of other random stuff. Like there was a lot of cool stuff in that super. Oh, he got a bunch of these Tiger LCD games too. One of them was Double Dragon, by the way, which is mega awesome. He walked with an eye clicker. God, there's so many other things that he has. But I'm just going to show you what I pulled and what, why I decided to get into these items. But here's the last find, which wasn't the last find of the day. And in fact, it was one of the earlier finds of the day. And then when you watch the video that's edited of the ride along itself, which should come out in about a couple days or something, then you're going to see what we found at the very beginning of the morning, the very first sale. We found something for 60 bucks that'll probably sell for around 200. So that's not here. It's actually too big to be here. But let's talk about this $10 find, right? So right around 9 in the morning, maybe 8:30, just came into a garage sale. This was at the very front. You couldn't miss it. I asked the lady how much. I think it was 10 bucks. Was it 10 or was it 15? Now I second guess myself. I might have to change my title. I think it was actually 15. But anyways, let's talk about it. 10 or 15, it really doesn't matter, because trust me, when you see it, you're gonna be like, what? No way, really? So let me pull it up here. One second. And by the way, who knows about the bag guide coming out soon, right? Because it's coming out really, really, really soon. So you have to make sure that you grab a copy, because they'll teach you about all kinds of stuff and how to make money on it, right? But not just this bag. That is just one of, maybe, let me think, 15 or 20 categories that are in that guide. The guide is done. Okay, so I'm really just waiting on a graphic and a couple other things, but that's about it. The guide is fully edited, it's fully done, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. But the whole goal of the guide is for you to make back the cost of the guide with one flip. So anyways, am I going to sell it amazingly cheap? I've spent a lot of hours on it, a lot of time in the coffee shop. I can't make it amazingly cheap, but I'll make it 100% worth your time, and definitely 100% worth your money. So anyways, and be tuned into this channel, because I will be giving advance discounts to the guide only for like 2 or 3 days. And if you're in the green room, you will get even a steeper discount to the guide. Okay, so a really good discount, trust me. Okay, so here's the last find of the day. Lady sold me this thing for 15 bucks. It was 15, it's not 10. So 15 bucks, couldn't believe it. I scanned it over real quick and I was like, wow, there's like not a crack on it, nothing. It's in perfect condition. Turned it on, working perfect. I think she might have used it like one time. It's got some scratches, but it's not a big deal. It's the white version. It's a Vitamix 5000, no plunger. Okay, but this will probably sell for around 170 to about 200 max without the plunger. So thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it's a really good, if you're not down with Vitamix, like I've had my Vitamix for what seems to be maybe 3 or 5 years now. I got it from Costco. I spent $370 on mine, something like that. It's not a 5000, but it's a different model. It's the full black one, but it's amazing. Like I use it nearly every single day. So it is what everyone says it is, right? Is it like a Ninja? Like, no, it's better than a Ninja. It's not junky like a Ninja. It is a really, really good blender. And it's one of those things, kind of like a KitchenAid mixer. It'll last you a lifetime. And I would love to say if you take care of it, but there's nothing you have to do. There's no taking care of it. You just blend things and you make smoothies, and it's amazing the whole time. Like that's it. There's nothing to it. So if you're not down with Vitamix, yeah, you have to get one. Try to find one at a thrift store. They're nearly impossible to find. Try to find one at a garage sale, but they're almost typically 50 bucks or above. So that's why this freaking score was crazy for 15 bucks, because I was like, no way, a Vitamix 5000 for 15? Are you kidding me? It's the white one in perfect, oh man, it's in such good condition too. So I love it because, like I think the last time I found a Vitamix, like I had to clean it and do all this stuff. Like that Vitamix right there is like ready to go. Like that's it. I've already taken my pictures and everything. That's the reason why I'm doing this show right now, is because I need to box this stuff up and get it out of here. And this will be the last time I ever see this stuff. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to get to a couple comments that are in the feed, and then I'll be out of here, right? So will I try to buy a plunger or as is? No, I'm going to sell it just as it is. Just say no plunger, really big and bold on the actual listing. It should nick it down, 10 or 20 bucks, but that's not a big deal. What else we got here? More questions. Let's see. People are always seeing that juicer. Yeah, they love that thing. Mallory Jimmy says 80 or 100 bucks for the bag, 40 for the document holder. I'm just going to put it all together, like 3. And I think that's a great suggestion. I'll have to deal with 3 shipping costs. And yeah, I would much rather just deal with 1 shipping cost. It'll be a little bit more subsidized, and all 3 of those items would be in the same box. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Okay. I think this. What else we got here? All kinds of people are talking. Oh yeah, the Toomey. Okay, cool. What other kind of questions do you guys have? Commercial grade. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a commercial grade. Yeah, of course. Like a lot of times, if you go to smoothie places, they will have these there, but they'll have different kind of. They'll have no, they'll have these, but they'll have a different kind of lid on it that prevents it for if it was to blow up and shoot out, like it won't go all over the store. So, but yeah, I see these. I see Vitamixes in juice stores all the time here in Austin, Texas. Keep that one and sell yours. Honestly, if mine malfunctions, I would just take it back to Costco because that's how Costco is. So yeah, I don't expect mine to last like 20 years, but as long as you don't grind anything super crazy hard in those things, for an extended period of time, like they shouldn't. They have, I don't even know if it's a 1 or a 3 horsepower motor, but they got some serious speed to them. You can make all kinds of stuff in Vitamix. And most people think like, I don't care about smoothies, so I don't need a Vitamix. It's not true. You can puree any sort of, you can make salsas out of it. You can puree really amazing soups out of them. I mean, this is the mixer of all mixers. It is that good. So definitely a staple in a household, especially if you have, fitness or bodybuilding in the mix as well. Like a Vitamix is absolutely needed. Uniquely Me says, I sold a Toomey backpack a few minutes ago. Cool. Very good. You're going to be seeing some of the Toomey things that I sold. It's in the next guide that's coming out. You'll see. I made sure to put a section. So kind of how the guide is laid out is it'll show you like a genre of bags, and then there's going to be some tips, some like real brief tips, and then after that, with some good brands and stuff like that, after that you're going to see my best flip in each category. All right, my best flip, like sold flip, and then after that you're going to get general tips on that category, and then it's going to go to another category, then another one, and another one. I think there might be 80 to maybe 75. There's 75 or more PDF slides on this thing, or pages, so it's going to be really good. Trust me. Yeah, I think you're gonna like it. What else we got here? What's the most I've ever flipped a board game for? That's a good question. I mean, I just sold a Monopoly on FBA for like 109 the other day, or I think I walked with. Did I sell for 109? I think okay. So I sold it for 109. I probably walked with like 87, but that was like a Monopoly Banking Edition one. The most I've ever flipped a board game for, Hero Quest 101.99, something like that. I know that sold. What else did we get? What else did I sell that's board game related? I want to say that I sold a Scrabble or something, or maybe a Monopoly edition of something. I want to say it's Scrabble, but the first thing that comes to my mind is a sealed Scrabble game that I put on FBA. I want to say it sold for like 180, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 180. It was some weird Scrabble thing. I scanned it at Goodwill and it came up like, oh, 200 or more. And I was like, all right. So then I just set the price a little bit under the first person, and I ended up selling it like 3 months later. So that's, I think, the best one. That's the thing, is like, I don't take pictures of my FBA goods, and I should, because I can make really awesome YouTube videos on it, but I don't. So when I do FBA stuff, it typically, the only time you'll see it is if I'm lucky enough to have filmed a ride along that day, or just it was lucky enough to get filmed on camera. Outside of that, I don't film FBA stuff usually. Fantasy Flight board games are good sellers if you find them cheap. Goodwill gave up a Lord of the Rings for $1, flipped it for 60. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, board games are great. If you find the rare ones that are used, then you're gonna have to like go through all the pieces and have done the whole thing. Trust me, I've done the whole mix. You're gonna have to go through all the pieces, count everything, and then be able to say, is it 95% complete, 94, 93, 99? And you're gonna have to do those kind of things. It's time consuming, right? Same goes with puzzles, but I like to just get the sealed ones. I think it's a lot better. It's a better move. They're easier. Just you scan it, you see the plastic, you're like, cool, I can sell this. Like goes right to FBA. Okay, so you're restricted on FBA, for example. You just put it to eBay, right? And if FBA is a really good gauge of what sells really well on eBay, just for less, right? What else we got here? Any more? Heather says, hey, Chris, I just want to stop in and say thank you for telling me about the Babolat tennis racket. I bought one for $1. It sold for $100. Cool. That's amazing. Yeah, my $5 racket actually sold for 99, I want to say. It was from a video like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. It might have been 89. I think it was 99, though. I really do. And I shipped it off. in its, Racquet case, soft case, 2 poly bags, and that was it. So, Chris, should I hold off selling the 2 sniper nerfs till I come across the scopes? Does it hurt the asking price without it? I mean, yeah. I mean, here's the thing: the scopes, you're gonna have to find. There are 2 different kind of scopes out there for Nerf guns that are prominent. One's the blue and yellow one, and then one's the yellow orange one, I want to say. So the chances of you find the blue yellow one, which is the one that goes on the gun, is really slim. Like, I can't remember the last time I actually saw one out there. So I would just sell it without the scope, break it down like you saw me do, like break the barrel down, and then it becomes a much smaller dimension, at least on a length perspective. So I wouldn't wait around for anything like that. This game, it does not reward people that wait around and if I'm waiting around to get the perfect remote control for this one thing, like, this game rewards people that just take action and move on to the next thing. That's pretty much it. Unless you have an incredible amount of space at your house or warehouse or something like that, and you're okay with having stuff laying around, then yeah, maybe you want to wait. But I don't like any of my finds infecting my life. If I can't walk into a room a certain way, I'm like, okay, there's crap on the floor. Like, this is stressing me out. Like, I'm really weird about making sure that the hustle doesn't affect my personal life in any way. So very important. You should do a giveaway for the bag guide. I am definitely going to. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but when the bag guide comes out, here's the thing. When the bag guide comes out, I would 100% urge you guys to jump on the deal immediately, because I do not plan the deal to be there for very long. So jump on the deal. If you happen to win a free bag guide that comes out, and you just happen to be a winner and you've bought it, you know what I'll do, okay? I'm going to take both money. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to refund your money, because that's the right thing to do. So don't be afraid to buy it and then like, what if I win it? Get it, make the money. That's the most important thing. Get it, learn the craft, start priming your eyes, and make the money. That's so important. Okay. What else we got here? Cool. Thank you for your time to list them. I did find 2 of the tripods for my Vulcans. That's good. So yeah, the Vulcan needs 4 true things to be complete: the gun, the ammo box, the belt, the tripod. The ammo box, the belt, the tripod. Yeah, there you go. So that's it. Yeah, even though it has rails for other things and you can put like a shield on it, and all this, it never came with a shield. It came with the gun, the tripod, the ammo box, and the belt, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And make 100% sure on Vulcans that you check for corrosion on the terminals, because pretty common actually on a Vulcan gun. How many times should you relist something? Once, twice? Is it good to use eBay bots? What are those, and how do you find them? How many times, I don't know about the eBay bots thing, but how many times should you relist something? I relist things all the time, but when I relist them, I always take a little bit of action and I lower prices. Like, very important. Like today, I was relisting like 80 items or something like that, and I noticed that there were at least 10 items that were $100 or above that were winter-based items, like jackets and things. I was like, this has to move now, because we're about to be in like, the cusp of summer. Like, these have to. So I got really aggressive with lowering the prices of, spider jacket, sheepskin jacket, leather jackets, all kinds of random things that were long sleeved, because I don't want to hold on to this stuff for another, 8 months until the winter comes back again. It's just not me. So I'm here to make money. I'm not here to hold things. I would much rather see a constant flow of sold things than me holding out to get the top value every single time on every single item, because that's just going to lead to a hoarding kind of situation for sure. Miner's Treasures, did I catch any South by Southwest gigs? Yeah, I did. I caught some cool random bands and stuff like that. Got to see South by Southwest is just unbelievable, but it's more or less just the people that are in town. It's really good. It's like if you're ever sitting in an airport chair and you watch all the people go by and you like just people watch, like that's how South by Southwest is. It's just like amazing people watching all the time. Do I keep a spreadsheet for the stuff that I buy and sell? Yes, I keep a Google Doc for all the things that I buy and sell. So the Google Doc has tabs on the bottom, and the tabs go as follows. I have a mileage tab. I have an REI tag. I have a antique booth tag, garage sale tag, savers tag, Goodwill tag, local thrift store tag, other tab, sorry. And then I have an FBA tab, and a couple other ones that are in there. Oh, there's a write-offs tab too. So there you go. Did I see Takashi 69? No, I did not. I did not see that guy. That guy is crazy tatted up. Any more questions? Did I see Midas Yahoo at Stubbs? No, but I have seen Midas Yahoo before at ACL. He's pretty good. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much it. So I, read some questions off. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I thought that $15 fine was pretty amazing. But yeah, lots of other amazing things here. The reasons why I do these videos are twofold. One is to get you guys really primed and educated and have fun, going out there and finding cool stuff, and hopefully you're reporting back to me in Facebook land going, yeah, like I found what you were talking about. That's awesome. Just like that Babolat Racquet. The other reason I make these videos is because, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun way to get paid too, right? It's a weird income stream that I mess around with. It's one of the smaller ones, but it's fun, right? We live in such an amazing world where we can get paid for our passion, right? And so I want to share some of these things with you guys so that way you guys can learn something. I can get paid a little bit, and then it just builds a brand over time, And so that's really what, if you see any YouTuber making videos on not a super daily basis, but during the week at least, they're kind of doing the same thing. And you should support your favorite YouTubers by not just buying their merch or whatever, but, just giving a like, giving a comment or something like that, engaging with them. And hell, if you have, $2 here or there, $5, and you want to super chat them, sure, go for it. But you know what? The YouTubers, there's so many other things they could be doing, but making money is definitely one of them. And educating people and driving the community forward is definitely the other thing. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The bag guide should be coming out soon. And I'm really pumped about it. Like when I was going through it and proofing it, I wanted to buy it from myself, but I created it. So that doesn't make any sense. But I think you're going to enjoy it a lot. I want to do something very, very, very special in the green room in the next day or two. And it's going to be super weird, but like very special. So definitely pay attention to that if you're in the green room, and then look out for it when it comes out. I want you guys to make some good money with the bag stuff. I want bags to become, 5% of your income in the month or something like that. That's what I want you guys to look at, is bags won't solve all your issues, and it won't take you to the most amazing places in the world, and you won't buy you any fancy cars. But if you add bags to the mix, right, you're going to understand that, wow, you've probably been looking past a lot of stuff for a very long time. And bags are definitely one of them. So, all right, guys, I think you know the spiel. Don't need to say it anymore. Don't need to beat the dead horse. But I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler broadcast. Take it easy.